Well, the next leaders debate is coming up tomorrow night. It's going to be focused on the economy, but the Green Party will not be there. Leader Elizabeth May was not invited. Organizers of the debate say that parties that attend have got to have at least 12 seats in the House of Commons. So Elizabeth May is adopting a different strategy to take part in all of this, and she joins us now live from our studios in Kitchener, Ontario, as part of the campaign trail for the Greens. First of all, I know you fought hard to be included. That has not happened. So what are you going to do instead?
Yeah, I do think I need to underline for viewers that the CTV, CBC Global main televised leaders debates have, of course, included the Green Party because to the extent that we have rules around leaders debates, if you have an elected member of parliament, you're in the debates. These are private corporate debates that have cooked up their own rules, and I think that the Canadians need to know that as a result of these side debates, we might not ever get the real televised national leaders debates. In the case of this Globe debate, since they won't include Greens, I know Canadians want to hear what we have to say on the issues, so we will be reaching right across the country in real time by Twitter.
And how is that going to work in practice now? Walk me through a scenario.
Well, I'll be creating responses as the debate unfolds. They'll be put on video immediately and uploaded. So we'll be very close to sequencing in real time every single question through the miracles of social media. If Canadians want to see how all four major party leaders respond, they can be watching Google, which is co-sponsoring with the Globe and Mail, and they can watch Twitter, and then they'll get to hear Green Party views on the economy. And at the same time, they'll have a chance to hear what Mr. Trudeau, Mr. Mulcair, and Mr. Harper have to say.
Now, in terms of effectiveness, will you be able to hold the leaders to the same level of account as if you were in the room? I mean, obviously not, but what are you hoping for here realistically?
Well, I think the Globe and Mail should be ashamed of this corporate policy. It is completely outside of any precedent. We've never had a leaders debate in a Canadian election that excluded the leader of a party with seats in the House of Commons. Elected members for the Greens, elected member for the Bloc Québécois, for that matter, should be included in every leaders debate. So their pretense is they want it more focused. What they want is more exclusive. They want to stick to the old boys club, and as a result, viewers wouldn't necessarily get to hear much about how to stimulate the economy by moving to a clean and sustainable economy. They wouldn't necessarily get to hear our views on debt and deficit. So by participating via Twitter, we give an opportunity to Canadians, if they want to understand what Greens would say to these issues. And I hope that this method will potentially allow just as many Canadians to hear the Green Party's views on the economy as those who are streaming or watching one of the few cable shows that are providing this so-called debate.
We're going to bring up your Twitter homepage here so people can take note of it. And I noticed that you've got about 177,000 followers following you. At Elizabeth May is your Twitter handle for people who want to be following you as this debate unfolds. What are you hoping now? Because there will be others leaders debates coming up here. You mentioned the one by some of the broadcasters that are coming up as well, and how important it is for you to be part of this. What do you want Canadians to know here?
Yeah, I think this shouldn't be about me or the Green Party or, for that matter, any of the parties. It should be about the voters. And we know that about half of Canadians say they still haven't made up their mind. It's a close race. I think a lot of Canadians are waiting for the national televised leaders debates on this network, CTV, on CBC, and on Global. That's the way we've always had national leaders debates. In the last election, 10 million people tuned in to the debate on this network, CBC and Global. The fact that, due to Stephen Harper and Thomas Mulcair pulling out of those debates, that they may not happen at all is something that I don't think voters know right now. So I certainly appeal to Stephen Harper and Tom Mulcair to show up, to commit to showing up to the national televised leaders debate, not because they care whether the Greens are in or not, but because voters want an opportunity to see all five major party leaders on a stage answering questions at the same time and putting questions to each other. That's the only fair way to assist the electoral process, and that's the way to engage voters.
Elizabeth May, leader of the Green Party, joining us from our studios in Kitchener, Ontario. You can follow her on Twitter at Elizabeth May. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to talk to us.
Thank you, Todd, and thanks to CTV for still wanting to run a fair debate.